think you're going?
Step aside, miss, or I'll have you arrested for interfering with a police officer.
Oh, no, hold on. I've seen TV. I know you can't come in here without a warrant or a writ or something.
Cease and desist all commerce order, seizure of premises and chattels, ban on the use of public utilities for non-licensed waste handlers, and a federal entry and inspection order.
I tried to stop them. He says they have a warrant.
Excuse me, this is private property.
Shut this off. Shut these all off.
I'm warning you, turning off these machines would be extremely hazardous.
I'll tell you what's hazardous. You're facing federal prosecution for at least a half a dozen environmental violations. Now, either you shut off these beams or we shut them off for you.
Try to understand, this is a high-voltage laser containment system. Simply turning it off would be like drumming the city.
Don't patronize me. I'm not grotesquely stupid like the people you built.
At ease, officer. I'm Peter Venkman. I think there's just been a slight misunderstanding, and I want to cooperate in any way that I can.
Forget it, Venkman.
He wants to shut down the protection grid, Peter.
You shut that thing down, and we are not going to be held responsible for whatever happens. Don't shut it off. I'm warning you.
I've never seen anything like this before. I don't...
Yeah, I'm not interested in your opinion. Just shut it off.
My friend, don't be a jerk.
Step aside.
If he does that again, you can shoot him.
You do your job, pencil neck. Don't tell me how to do mine.
Thank you, officer.
Shut it off!
There it is, on the ceiling.
That's the one that got me.
In the middle of the night.
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
Have you or any of your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Pick up your phone and call the professionals. Our courteous and efficient staff is on call 24 hours a day to serve all your supernatural elimination needs.
We're ready to believe you.
Hello, Jillian.
Hello, Abby.
Are you okay?
I'm quite well.
That's good. You found my pipe. I got it at the dumpster yesterday. I'm gonna use it to make a proton shotgun. Pretty cool, right?
I told you to have that sandwich, man. Low blood sugar is serious.
Hello, Patricia.
Look at the view.
Over the ages, scores of cultures and faiths have documented the proofs that differentiate between demonic possession and disease. Nicole manifested virtually every proof.
Eyewitness accounts of Nicole's exorcism attest to the most spectacular proof of possession. Beelzebub was a
translational movement.
And finally, a 70-pound cannonball.
consummate showman. To the crowds in Laon Cathedral, there was no doubt. The laws of nature and God had been defied.
And narrow bands of electrical energy going into this crystal. So the applications of this in advanced applications using free energy or zero-point energy to power it would be in propulsion technologies.
The remarkable works of Canadian inventor John Hutchison.
I want a confinement stream from you, okay? Go! Okay, hold him up there. He's gonna move. Hold him up. Go! Cling to the trap.
That we hope will change our world and flip it. And we are replacing fear with physics. It is real. But this is not just a ghost story. It's a source in our own world that we can ask deeper questions about who, what, why, and how is this kind of thing possible?
This camera has the ability to see outside the range we can as humans. And the evidence we capture with this camera proves that what we see isn't necessarily all that's there.
We've delved into technology allowing us to hear outside the normal range of humans as well.
Don't be afraid to die. Don't be afraid of death.
We have also tested the technology in the field a few times on police investigations.
Will you feel right where we are now?
No. What was your friend's name? David?
And things that go bump in the night, and a recent surge in the quest to understand paranormal mysteries. A quest more difficult before.
Good gag. Are you getting that? Very funny. Because every
everything a joke to you guys? You guys put all that gooey stuff on the floor. You open the basement door. You try to freak me out.
Did not open the basement door. Basement door's open. I didn't open it. Did you open? I did not open it.
Now, without proper technology, leaving us with more questions than answers, and for some, a fear of things we cannot see or understand.
I looked at the trap, Ray.
Bring your screens off as soon as I close the trap. Get ready. I'm closing it. Now!
The question was, would God really have the final say?
Like fashion-wise and just conceptually, it's...
The battle in Laon Cathedral went on every day for over 2 months. Though Nicole ate nothing but hosts and drank only a little communion wine, she lay swollen by the demon. The holy water...
From ghost lab to paranormal state, seems like you can't flip through your cable channels without coming across a reality ghost hunter show.
Ain't no bitches gonna hunt no ghosts.
Oh, no, okay. The one below it. This woman is describing a class 3 haunting in her house. She can't just move. She can't call the police. She can't call her friends. Who's she gonna call?
Tonight, the Ghost Jumpers make contact with the ghost of Bigfoot.
These phonies. I mean, you know what? These guys are the...
They may seem innocent enough, but what happens when an investigation into the unknown makes you a target for dark occurrences that you can't explain?
Hi, guys. Holy shit, that's... I'm not religious, but that's... Ever set fire to anything in my house again, and I'm having you exercised.
The interesting thing was we didn't hear anything happen at that time, but a few days later I got an email with a file attached to it that had an EVP on it, an electronic voice phenomenon, and it happened to be the clip from when I told this spirit it had to leave in Jesus' name.
In the name of Jesus, you are gonna leave. You're uninvited. Now he's gonna go where Jesus sends him and not come back.
And what you hear is what can only be described as a scream. It was the strangest thing I've ever heard. It scared me, to be quite honest, because it sounded inhuman.
To burnt him, draining his demonic strength.
Ray, has it ever occurred to you that maybe the reason we've been so busy lately is because the dead have been rising from the grave?
How about a little music? Yeah.